I've used an equal amount of JB Weld, just as much as I think I would need, and I mixed up really good with one of these 14-cent knives. These little knives are the other ones that work really good. And I've got about 5 minutes, so I've got to work fast and try and do this one-handed. So what I'm going to do is I will take this here. You can see the crack right there. I'm going to use my fingers. And this sands just like regular Bondo. And what I've done is I've tried to keep it off this edge here because I do not want to rebuild this edge. But since this is going to be behind the scenes right here, you can put as much on as you like. Actually, you know, more is better as long as it doesn't get in the way of any component parts that happen to be in there. But you can see how easy this is going to go on. You want to know how fast it's drying, you can look at your board right here because you're not going to use all of it. And it'll start to it'll start to get a little bit warm, and then there's a crack right there, huh? JB Weld was designed, I think, by some NASA scientist that was screwing around trying to make LSD, or oh, I don't know, maybe that was another scientist. Anyway, he came up with no, he's probably making HBO converter boxes, you know, for 35 bucks an hour on the government's dime, and then he figured out how to do it. So, and also this stuff it is liquid, okay, and as it dries it will move because that's what it does. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Now, let's go on to this other part over here. Let's see if I can get this turned upside down and to where I can work with it. Oh, it's right on the other side. Great. Just wasting time. And of course, the minute you want this to be in a good order or anything, it doesn't want to help you. So what I like to do is you want to mix it up real good, like I said. And it will stay liquid until it starts to harden, and then it hardens really fast. So we're going to take, if the damn panel will cooperate, I'm pressing it into the crack really well, and I'm going to give a long long area on each side of it. Okay, and let's take this is extremely hard to do. I wish I could hold this damn thing with my teeth. Well, try it with my socks there. That'll work. You know, and why waste it if it'll hold it? Just you can do amazing things with one hand if you try. You can be your own right-hand man. I could be a hand model. A hand model. Oi, oi, oi. As Mad Max would say. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little tiny bit on the edge right here. Right there. I'll go along this. Here. See, and there's another crack right there. You see that crack right there? Well, since I got a little bit left, I'm just going to roll that into that crack. And sometimes it sticks really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the stress of it. Depends on where the crack is, and see, and I can start to feel it. It's starting to get warm, and so you can see it's starting to get tacky. Now, there's a big debate whether the JB Weld Quick Weld, which is right here, is any stronger than the 24-hour because it dries so fast. And I just don't know if it is or if it isn't. But that crack will be fixed, and then I'll come along. Wait a minute. This crack right here, You can see how it's moving. See how it's migrating? You can see where it's starting to move away from the area that I want it to be in. And you can play with it, you know, until it starts to set up. And you can feel it gets tacky. And it'll continue to get tacky. And then there's a point where you can't play with it anymore. It's just, it's reached the area where it's not going to move anymore. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to turn this over right here. And here's another tip. If you need something to clean out your little areas, like here, and things of any kind of grit, grab yourself an old toothbrush. They work great. I use it in a lot of woodworking when we're doing doors. So I'll let that dry, and hopefully I can sand on my putty tonight. But nothing will dry your putty, your spot putty, except time, or unless you have like an infrared drying light, which what it does, it irradiates the area underneath the putty and then has it dry out. All right, and we continue. I'll go clean my hands.